Recording in progress.
All right, let's try this again. So for my project, I've been working on this orchestra piece for a long, long time. Well, actually, since last semester. It has everything to do with recovery and the different concepts we've been learning about. I've actually applied with it to a few different festivals. Anytime there's a call for scores with orchestras around the United States, I'll apply with this piece or something else. It's full orchestra, which you can see here. The title, "Open Your Eyes, Give It a Noise," is from the 2017 documentary The Work, which we watched last year. And I can't explain how I get musical ideas, but there is kind of this sense of a journey through this piece, which kind of goes through pre-contemplation, contemplation, action, maintenance, relapse. All of this is kind of touched on in here. And I think it applies very well to creative expression of the family system. So I'm going to try and record this. We'll see if it plays the way it's supposed to. The opening is this very big, chaotic, fanfare-like thing. It kind of sets the stage. I liken it to all these different emotions that a family may be exhibiting when they present to therapy. So all these different emotions bubbling but beneath the surface. This evolves into kind of this kind of chaotic opening. We needed a big opening, but this kind of goes into more of a contemplative type of feel at measure 47 here. Let's play a little bit of that. If you're thinking it sounds a little bit like Batman, you're right. The score to Danny Elfman's score to Batman, Tim Burton Batman, the original OG Batman in the 1980s, was life-changing for me. So this is, I'll be remiss to say if that wasn't a huge influence, and it pops up in everything I do. This second section here, it ties into, we have this melody in the background and all these different things start happening. There's this very almost sentimental melody here in the strings, but the woodwinds, the brass, they all have different things happening. Like here, all this chaos happening simultaneously, all these different rhythms happening simultaneously. 16th notes, triplets, eighth notes, and then we still have this melody in the background. All the while, too, the bass is kind of having this interjecting melody. And we could tie this into many, many different things in family therapy. The different voice, the different roles that people play, colliding, boundaries being broken, hurt feelings, the arguments, many different things. I'll play here from measure 85. This goes into a very important part. We're starting to get a sense of cohesion. So, like, all these different voices start happening, all these different things colliding with each other, and then we get this but, like something is a statement is being made, something is happening. This could be any number of things, and the role reversal, the expression of different emotions, or the taking of a stand in some way. It is meaningful that here in the score we have, something that's very ambiguous, almost ambiguous, all these different things happening. And then over here we get but all together. And you can kind of see that here in the score. It looks different. All the instruments are playing together here. Well, not all the instruments, but a good portion of them. We do get to a section here where all the instruments are playing the same rhythm, and they're stacked on fifths. It's an overwhelming, highly dissonant type of thing. It's like when we finally have come to a certain type of goal, or maybe we're in the preparation stage here, and we're maybe arguing over what the goal is. Many different things we could tie into this. I'll play right here. That's very important right here, where this dissonance kind of turns into a melody, but it's still dissonant. It's like we've reached a goal, or we've identified a goal. We might not know how to get there, but maybe something is identified in this action stage here. This next section is what I would consider if a relapse were to happen, since it's part of, in recovery, it's part of everyone's story. I know very little people who have a problem. Their life is a mess. They go to one rehab and then that's it. It just doesn't happen. I'm sure it does in the past, like somewhere, but the vast majority of folks in recovery, relapse is part of the story. And so how do we depict that musically? Well, I call this section in the program notes a dogfight. And it's like these family members are punching each other. A relapse happens. Maybe the dad thinks this is due to the son's inept moral character. Still, maybe he's of that persuasion, or whatever. It could be from a place of compassion, but nonetheless, there's this conflict which happens as a result of relapse, especially within the family system. There's what didn't go right, what happened, all these different kind of questions left unsaid. And I like to depict this as kind of like a musical fight. It's an intro into it. And I don't shy away from like an old Hollywood aesthetic. I've probably heard music similar to that, as a kid, watching whatever type of movie, in a fight scene. I'm sure you yourself could think of many different things that sound like that in a Hollywood film. This section here I really love. This is what I would consider the after the relapse. Let's say the affected family member enters recovery again. Well, the homeostasis is all shooketh. So here, there's this kind of energetic though unbalanced music, even though we've mentioned in class that after relapse, a person re-entering recovery or just entering recovery for the first time, the balance, which has become normalized within the family, it becomes off kilter. Again, very musical idea, right? So I tried to depict this in a musical way, this kind of unbalancing of music here. So even like the brass, especially, it's like, something is like not something is off kilter here. Something is out of whack, out of balance. We're kind of and the music itself, music just by its nature, it always goes somewhere, even if it sounds very static. It eventually either ends or arrives somewhere, and so you get the feeling throughout the section that we are going somewhere. In the background, it's leading somewhere, and that leads to the recapitulation of this kind of warped melody we had before. And it's kind of revisited in a very Wizard of Oz-like kind of way. This is the maintenance stage here, where after the homeostasis is interrupted, the equilibrium is found again. Let's say that the person has re-entered recovery and is doing well, and everyone is working on their roles and or questioning what those roles are in this kind of newfound family dynamic. And let's see what that sounds like. I'll do a little bit before because you need to hear how it goes into it. I'm very proud of this section. So like it's a very big relief. It's a climax. It's an expulsion. It's very cathartic. We're in a new homeostasis now, which serves the family system. It's like we've gone through this whole journey of chaos and destruction, heartache, and here at the end we have some kind of glimmer of hope. So I'm gonna stop there and see if that worked. I will probably have to do this again.